Yo, what's up guys? It's me, Alan Shock, bringing you people some more content. So for today's video, I'll be discussing a certain champion and really showing off what he can do and talking about the character Blade. Now, when Blade was firstly released, he was considered the best champion in the game. I bought 3 of the crystals, the featured crystals. It was 2 to 4 star, and I pulled this dude. And I had so much time in my hands to really examine what he can do because I got him like straight away, so I had all that time. And I was like, oh, yeah, he's fairly good. His dupe is definitely the best dupe in the game, hands down, other than probably the hardest debate is either Nick Fury's or Blade's, because Blade is just such a strong dupe. With him being able to consume his powerful HP is just such a ridiculous dupe. Now, Blade has always been that champion that is a very good champion. And there's some people that love him, there's some people that hate him, and there's some people that overall just aren't fans. Now, there are 3 ways you can play this character, and basically, my first 5-star was Blade. Now, I'm not asking you to believe me. If you don't want to believe me, that's fine. If you don't want to believe me, that's fine. But that's kind of what happened. But nevertheless, though, where's I timed? Oh, wait, hang on. There we go. Nevertheless, he's still such an amazing champion because of his bleeds. Now, when you verse an opponent that is bleed immune, he struggles big time. But he has broken the game for so long. He hasn't broken the game anymore, but he has in the past. Now, basically, his mechanic is where whenever there's a bleed on the opponent, and this is really, really good against the Suicide's double edge mastery, he gets extra power whenever he attacks them, and that's a really good ability, really good ability. Now, if you look at the dude, you do 2 here. Now, this is personally what I do. I go here, get those 2, and then so land those 2 bleeds on his special one. And then you can keep on landing it because you get enough power. People would use this guy for Realm of Legends. People would use this guy for Labyrinth of Legends. People would use this guy left, right, and center. He's overall a really good champion and works for almost anything. Now, of course, other than the variants are very specific. But with deep wounds, if you have deep wounds, which I'm working on my masteries in March, so that's that. But if you have deep wounds, just watch this. Look at all of those bleeds. Okay, that was actually barely any bleeds. But all of those bleeds, plus deep wounds, he's doing a lot of damage. He's gonna heal if you take damage. And also he's doing tons of bleeds. Now, when he first came out, I was like, he's good, but Mephisto was out at the same time. I was like, isn't Mephisto better? Like, Mephisto's really good. Mephisto's not better. Mephisto's really good, but not better. In fact, I'd say Mephisto is one of the most, if not the most underrated champion in all of Marvel Contest of Champions. But Blade has always been just such an amazing character. And I remember when I did the 5-star arena on my ult, which is actually later now, my main account because the other one got lost, but I'm not going to talk about that. I was alone and I was saying to myself, imagine I get Blade, and then I actually got Blade. I was like, dude, I was kidding. I was shocked. I was honestly so shocked. And considering when you do a well-timed block, you get a bleed in, you can use that to your advantage and gain power so fast that you can just keep on cycling power, and you can do a lot of damage. And of course, with these danger sense reducing a villain's ability accuracy with the synergy of Ghost Rider, which I have a 5-star Ghost Rider. Not too happy about that, but because a lot of people would love to get a 5-star Ghost Rider, but I've used him for so long. He was my first 4-star, he was my first rank 2 4-star, my first rank 3, first rank 4, not my first rank 5, and basically I've brought him to my adventure of MCOC for a long time. He's just always been there. And that's why I hate Ghost Rider. He's so annoying. Like, to verse him, it's great, but to play him, come on. I mean, he really needs to do Incinerate. The dude's literally a flaming skull he's literally a skull that's on fire. You're telling me that doesn't do Incinerate, yet a dude that's on fire as well, It does incinerate. Come on. And by that, I'm talking about Human Torch, if you're not aware. So basically, Blade is a really good champion against villains. Now, in Realm of Legends, which I did yesterday, I actually used Blade in it. And Blade is just... I actually used Blade for 2 fights, the Juggernaut and the Rhinos. I did those 2 fights in just so fast. It was so easy to do those fights just because I crushed him with Blade. And also I'm planning on taking my Blade up to rank 4, later to rank 5, and also I'm going to be doing Labyrinth of Legends with him. The problem about Aegon is it's only 4-star. The thing about Blade is he's 5 stars, so I can rank 4 and rank 5 this dude when I get the items, I can. And that is so effective because I can use him in Act 6. I can use him in so many areas that 4 stars will struggle because I can take him up. And when he came out, it was so awfully ridiculous. Every pro on Top Global had him on his profile. If not, then they just didn't have him in general. Every single person that wanted him, well, sorry, not every single person, but a lot of people spent money on huge amounts of money. People would spend thousands and thousands. Now, of course, there's those whales that will constantly spend thousands and thousands on the game, which, no judge, that's your life, sure. I don't see that, I don't judge that. I see that as commitment and a passion for MCOC. Yes, it may not help you in life, but if you find it as your entertainment, then go ahead, be my guest. But people would spend so much money to get his character, which, I mean, hey, whatever. He was a really good character at the time. Now he's not too crash hot. Now Nick Fury is really getting a lot of attention. Nick Fury is just wrecking MCOC right now for how strong he is. In fact, a good bud of mine got Nick Fury, and all he needs is an Awakening Gemstone, and you can max out that 4-star Nick Fury. Nick Fury is so good, but this is basically talking about Blade. Now, Blade the history of Blade is basically where, when he came out, he wrecked the game, and then he lost his attention. It took him forever to lose his attention. And also, the overall damage that he'd do, I forgot to mention that, the damage that he would do is above average. So you know how, Captain America Infinity War, he has above average, in fact, one of the highest block proficiencies in the game, and he's known for that. Blade is not known for his above average damage, but he does above average damage, and that's really, really useful. So he's basically all about damage, not defense, but offense. He's a pure offense champion, and what I like about him is he can just fit into any team, because you don't necessarily need the Ghost Rider synergy. Yes, you can have that, it's very, very handy, but you don't necessarily need the Ghost Rider synergy. He's a champion that doesn't need any synergies. Now, of course, there is the Trinity, which I'm trying to complete, which back in the day, if you had that, you could use it for AQ, AW, everywhere. The Trinity of Stark and Spider-Man, Blade, and Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider to fulfill the synergies, and the 2 others just to be really good, because they are. And Blade was just amazing, and he still is to this day. I really enjoy him. I'm really thankful that I have him, but promise, he's the only good champion that I have. Yeah, I have Venom, so it's just him and Venom. That's the only good 5 stars I have. If you haven't seen my other 5-star opening in my latest one, okay, skip a few seconds if you don't want to get spoiled, but basically, I'm giving you a warning. Yeah, okay. I got a 5-star Ghost. Sorry, Ghost. What do I say, Ghost? Man, it must have been a dream. I got a 5-star Hulk. Original Hulk, and I was so mad. I was honestly just so mad. But at the end of the day, nevertheless, I did start off with the guards here, and that has really helped me out. I wish someone else told me this, but enjoy your luck while it lasts. Your luck will end, and when it ends, it's a devastating time in MCOC. Because when you get lucky, you want to get someone that it doesn't need to be duped, such as Ghost, in my eyes. Ghost doesn't need her dupe. Her dupe is really handy, but she doesn't need it. It's a really good dupe, but you need high sig levels for it to be, astonishing, the dupe. And the thing is, I've talked to so many people, and they've been like, yo, man, you've got Blade, congrats. I'll be like, yeah, thanks, it was my first 5-star. But then I got Venom, and then it just started going downhill from there. I got Moon Knight, X-23, Hela, Karnak, Hulk, Pretty sure that's it. And it went downhill. But Blade has taken me through so many paths in so many areas. It's helped me in so many, so many quests. But when I started off this account, my luck was so good. Okay, it was honestly amazing. Here's the big fight. Um, he was so My luck was amazing. I got a 4-star Ghost Rider, a 4-star Corvus Glaive, a 3-star Domino, 3-star Red Skull. I got extremely lucky when it came to getting 4 stars in PHCs. I got 4-star Psylocke, which I was really mad about, but I wish I wasn't. No. Oof. I meant to dexterity that. I mean, who actually doesn't mean to dexterity like that? Let's be real. I've dexterity that so many times. I turn on the camera and boom. Yes, good. Dexterity that. Oh, man. This is a tough fight. It's scary, but yeah, this is basically just like a little taste of Labyrinth of Legends. That was perfectly timed. Okay, that was really good. Should just take a bit of time. Okay, just use that super so he can't use his super while it buys me time to take him out. And that's Blade for you. Blade is such a god tier champion. Beyond god tier champion. All I need is this dude duped and I'll just crush the contest. Because he's still such a good champion. People still rate him as such a good champion. But Act 6... Oh man, but yeah, I hope that there's a variant. I don't know if there's a variant, but I don't think that there's a variant where Blade really does that good. But hey, we'll see. But that's gonna wrap up for today's video. I hope you did enjoy just a little history of Blade. Basically at the time he wrecked the meta. He makes people spend thousands of dollars on the game for a god tier champion that some people didn't even get. Like Dale said.